guys, it's S from ShiGig coming at you. So, we finally got a picture for Fighters Collection in 2015 winter. So, it'll be the next Fighter collection that was announced. So, we got 5 pictures with the in one picture, pretty much, of new cards. So, first one is a Kagero unit for sure, because it looks like it's going to be a Sealed Dragon Kagero unit, which is pretty cool. It could be a Stride, or it could be a new Grade 3. If it's a new Grade 3, that'd be kind of interesting, or Legion Revival. I say it could be Legion Revival because pretty much the main boss card for Sealed Dragons is Blockade Inferno, which is what really made the deck playable back then, in the break rate area. So Blockade Inferno and Sealed Dragons, pretty much the subclan's gimmick was to retire an opponent's unit and have them search like the top 4 or 5 cards to call Superior Call Grade 2 from them. So if they call Grade 2, so that way you set it up so that your opponent had pretty much a field of Grade 2s. If they have a field of Grade 2s, you would it's pretty much a setup for Blockade Inferno, because Blockade Inferno Limit Break 4 effect was combos 2 cards with Sealed Dragons card name. Retire your opponent's Grade 2 regards this unit gains 10k for until end of turn. So pretty much if you would mess up your opponent's field, force them to either retire the unit, waste to get to fix their field, or to make them like have to deal with it. While you can pretty much set it up so that when you get to limit break, you would activate Blockade Inferno's effect and mass retire your opponent's field and get 10k. So it was kind of interesting. It goes kind of like a hit or miss thing where it can mess up your opponent, but it can also not, because some decks would sometimes get a bonus off it because they might find the Grade 2 they're looking for, call it there, and then intercept with the other Grade 2 in that column and stuff like that. So it was kind of bad in some aspects, but it was still good in some. Again, this guy's a cross trade for Sealed Dragon Blockade, which was the original Sealed Dragon. So it'd be kind of interesting to see more support, because we did just get a critical trigger and Cardfight Vanguard BT03 Sovereign Star Dragon set. I did an opening of it. I think it was a common or a rare or something like that. I think it's a common, but you can. There's more support. There was support for it. There's a Grade 1, I believe, for it too. So the deck did get some new support, but I would kind of like to see some more support for it. It could be a Stride. It could be a new Grade 3. If it's a new Grade 3, that would probably be better. Maybe a Legion Revival or something like that. Again, next up we have is. No, Angel Feather card. I pretty much believe it's going to be an OCL Grade 3. Could be a Stride, but most likely an OCL that probably has an effect like, oh, if you have a face of an OCL in your damage zone, you get power boost, you get some shorter stuff. But I say that because, one, you have the Grade 1 Battle Keep in OCL, you have the Grade 2 Love Machine Gun in OCL, and the Grade 0 Happy Battle in OCL. And if you don't have enough proof there, you got the headband. If you take a look at the head ribbon here, and the face, it's pretty much similar face, head ribbon, it's exact same head ribbon, similar face, same ribbon, similar face, no ribbon, probably too young. So that's pretty much my theory of what this card's gonna be. It's most likely gonna be a Grade 3 with that kind of effect. Next up is a Gear Chronicle unit. I say it's a Gear Chronicle unit because, one, it looks like Chronos Command Dragon. It's got the gears in the shoulder. It's got the gears behind it. Here's Chronos Command Dragon. Similar face, gears on the shoulders, gears behind. Similar body type. So yeah, it's probably going to be an upgraded version of Chronos Command. It's either going to be like a cross stride, how All Guys Are Damned, or All Guys Are Doomed for TCG. Unfortunately, they changed the name. But it's most likely going to be like that. Another version of Chronos Command. Maybe a better one, because Chronos Command had to hit, and it really ever worked unless your opponent was desperate on guard. That's pretty much really I could see him be. You could probably be like send like 3 regards to the bottom of the deck, like 2 front row, 1 back row. You usually send maybe with his effect or something. Like he could be like right now not Chronos but next stage for Chrono Jet Dragon is very good. So kind of seeing a new boss card, this guy would have to be really strong. He could be like just a mass and everything to the bottom deck to outperform next stage. But I don't really see that happening because that'd be really good. Or maybe it has to be really heavy a cost to get his effect off, pretty much. Next off is, I believe it's going to be a grade 3 cross break ride of the break ride for Grand Blue that came out in set 13. I say this because, one, he looks practically this like you would see for a cross ride of the break ride. Here's the break ride, Lord of the Seven Seas Night Mist. As you can see, here's the picture of him. See if you get a big one. So that's what he looks like. And they practically look the same. Just a little bit more character to him, like more artwork for the newer version because it's going to be crossword, so it's going to be a little bit upgraded in art and stuff. So that's pretty much the reason it's going to be with that. I would have liked to see it more of a cross, like a Legion revival for Cocytus, because they did get a pretty good stride for Cocytus. So having a Legion revival for that deck would be pretty good for Cocytus, because Cocytus is pretty. It's like either Cocytus or the Legion build is what you're going to play for Grand Blue right now, because they don't really have the best support. The best support they got like recently was the Legion revival support, besides the Cocytus Stride and Fighters Collection. So that's kind of the thing, where either you're going to play the Legion or you're going to play the Cocytus build. So I think it would have been better if they gave support to Cocytus, because they do have that Stride already for Cocytus. Next up is a Nova Grappa unit most likely, and it looks like it's going to be a Beast DD, because if you take a look, you got the little lines here. You got the face, which pretty much you'll see on Beast DD Ethics Buster Extreme, Beast DD Ethics Buster Reverse, and regular Beast DD Ethics Buster, which is the break ride, and these guys are all cross rides of him. So he's either going to be a Stride that has to have Ethics Buster name. If he is, that's not too bad, because you have Ethics Buster for Ethics Buster Extreme, you got the regular Ethics Buster, and then you got Ethics Buster Reverse, all have an Ethics Buster name, so that's pretty good. I would like to kind of see a Legion revival for Ethics Buster Extreme, because I do see a lot of people who still play Ethics Buster, but they just put the Unlimiter in, and then they'll write this guy for grade 3 and put a big rush in, so that way you can rush your opponent down, get the combo off, because this guy requires no Counter Blast for the Limit Break 4 effect too. Every time your drive check reveals a grade 1 or greater card with BC in its card name, choose one of your Nova Grappa regards and stand it. So you would restand a unit, get effects off of that, restand more units, and you pretty much attack. So you pretty much go attack with your regard columns, attack with your Vanguard, restand both regard columns off your effects, and get multiple attacks. So having a Legion Fire for Ethics Buster Exchange would be pretty cool. It could be something like when they Legion, when you're in the Legion and one of your regards with BC in its card name stands due to an effect or something like that, due to one of your effects, Counter Blast one, choose another of your BC regards and restand it. So that'd be pretty cool, because the Unlimiter is a BC, so it still works, and it does very well work in the BC deck. Pretty much. So that's that card. I would also like to see maybe Galaxy Bot Cougar support or Blau support, because Galaxy Bot Cougar is a very good card and very good deck. But I would like to see a Legion Revival for it, because he is an on-hit Vanguard effect to restand. So Legion Revival for him swinging at 22 would be very good. So other cards I would love to see get support, or see other cards that we'll hopefully get. First off would be Dual Temptation Riette. Would be a Legion Revival for her, because duels, they got decent support in the Clan Booster, but they didn't get as much as, like, say Prism did. Prisms, they got a really good Stride unit. They got a good grade 2 Celtic. They got a good grade 1 Letty. So having a Legion Revival for this deck, or having a Stride, like a Persona Flip Stride for the deck, would be very good, because you can put Olivia in the deck, but Olivia is pretty much a mirror that gains crit, which is still better than regular mirror, but I would rather have seen something better for duels to get better dual stride, because Labrador, like Prism's got a Labrador Stride that don't have to have Labrador, you just have to have a heart that has Stride, that has Prism in its name, and that card, and you can Persona Flip one, so it can be your first Stride, Persona Flip another copy of Labrador, and then you would give 2 units 5k, and they gain the ability to, if you attack or boost with them at the end of the battle, you can bounce it back to your hand. So with that, it was very good, because you can just put it to 2 front row rear guards, and you'll be attacking for 21k columns by themselves with that 5k boost. And then having Celtic, which is an on-hit to counter +1 bounce unit to hand to draw, having Letty to when that unit's bounce to the hand to soul charge 1 on flip 1 was very good. So, like, Duels, they did get some support, some decent, but they didn't really get the best. They got Lamry, was pretty much the best card they got, was Lamry, which is, if you have a Reat Vanguard, becomes 11k attacker, and then if you have a Reat Vanguard, when this unit's bounced to your hand, you get to add another copy of Lamry to your hand, so it would help you fulfill the condition for restanding with Reat, so you have 2 copies. There was already a Legion Revival with Bermuda, so it kind of lessens the chance of that happening, but the Legion Revival was for Riviere, and it's a very expensive cost for counterblessing 3, discarding 3 cards to restand Riviere. You didn't gain power, you didn't really do much other than that. It was a big cost to restand. While Riad is a counterbless 2, discard 2 copies of the same card with dual in its name, restand this unit against 3k. So first, if you didn't break ride, you attack for 11, restand for at least 14, because you gain 3k plus 11 is 14, and you attack with the boost, and that time would be 21, and you can have a crit, you can have whatever. And then each time you attack with this unit, you can Soul Blast 1, bounce a unit to your hand. So it just needs a decent Legion Revival. Like, it doesn't even have to be that great of a Legion Revival. The Legion Revival effect could be just when the unit's bounced to your hand, Soul Charge 1, unflip 1, damage, counter charge 1, or you could have that effect and then gain the ability to, when a unit's bounced to hand, to also add another copy of that unit to your hand. It doesn't have to be very big. It doesn't have to be a big effect. That's pretty much all it has to be, because Rio just needs to be able to swing for that 22k when it attacks. That's pretty much it. Next up would be Minerva, a Legion Revival for Minerva. Regalia's got a lot of good support, but I would love to see a Minerva Legion Revival, because that's pretty much the best card for Genesis to get a Legion Revival for. Fortuna, Yanagrasu, I think it was Irigahimi, the other card, and the right chain. Those are all good, but Minerva has pretty much, like, out of all, like, been the best card besides Yggdrasil to come out, and it's very good. Most Genesis players love, would say Minerva the best card they love, like their favorite Genesis card, pretty much. Minerva and Yggdrasil. So personally, I would love to see a Minerva Legion Revival for the deck, because you can easily put Gleipnir in the deck to get the soul, and you can having a Legion Revival Minerva to swing 22 and then restands for 27 would be very good, especially since you do have that discard 3 cost. That's pretty much it for her. Like, all it really has to do. Regalia's got a lot of good stuff. Next up would be Fenrir, like maybe some like kind of stride for him, like a Persona stride, because Vanguard is supposed to be another version of him, but again, like, Genesis didn't get big support in set 4, but the deck really decks out real fast. It wasn't the greatest support, so I would like to see something new for him, or for other stride break units, see more support for them, so that they get a Persona stride, so they get more love. Besides how the main characters got like Persona strides for their stride break units. Next up would be Star Vader Dragon, Star Vader Chaos Sparker Dragon. I would like to see either like a stride break of him or a Legion Reviver, because we did see like a sneak peek for set 5 that looked like Chaos Breaker, but we're not sure if it's going to be anything that deals with Chaos Breaker. But it'd be pretty cool to see a Legion Reviver of him, because he's pretty good. There is unlimited for Link Joker, so having something with him would be pretty fun to see, because he's pretty cool. Alter Ego Messiah has a similar effect to him too. When a unit's unlocked, Soul Blast 1, draw 1, but he retires, and then with the draw, so he's a lot better in that terms. And he can count last 1, discard 1 to lock one of your opponent's units. So like Alter Ego Messiah and Chaos Breaker Dragon are very similar, but I just want to see like something for Chaos Breaker Dragon, because I think he's really cool and he's pretty fun. Another one I know a lot of people want to see is for Spectre Dude Dragon. I think Spectre Dude Dragon would be pretty cool. They could just make it so that the Legion Revival just makes it so that he gains back his Twin Drive, since he loses his Twin Drive when Spectre Dude restands. That'd be kind of similar. Other than that, that's pretty much it for me. There's some other cards I would like to see. So tell me in the comments below, what cards would you like to see in the Fighters Collection 2015 Winter get support? Like, would you like to see older subclans get support, other grade 3s, other stuff? Or maybe some kind of new support for other clans that doesn't have to be like a Legion Revival or Persona Stride to help older decks. If you enjoyed the video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe for more content for deck profiles, box openings, product reviews, for streams, and for gameplay. Have a good day.